Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Shaelle Firewisp. We are currently running our way through the Thaumaturges quests that you'll receive. This is the Threat of Paucity. Guildmaster Cocobusi wishes you to learn from the second chapter, Thaumaturgy, the Yawning Abyss. This is our third guild quest. Let's see how we go. Yes, Shaelle, yes. The aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my thaumaturge's eye. Your lesson today shall be taught by Cocobani. Go to him and hear from the chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Okay. Cocobani, Master Cocobani. Aha! So, Shaelle, you have come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, however, your education shall not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled? No last-moment trips to the privy? Well, then. The threat of paucity. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield. Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry. Flame sputters out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought, isn't it? A thaumaturge who has exhausted her arcane reserves is naught but a woman with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may as well equate the etheric energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we are as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance. The scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lean in an umbral direction, your thaumaturgy is affected by a state known as umbral ice. The potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy to invoke. On the other hand, a thaumaturge in the astral fire state will find the potency of her incantations enhanced, but at a greater cost to her etheric stamina. Now, with the concepts of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, I bid you go forth and slay 8 efts. Pray do your best to stay alive. It reflects badly on me when the mauled corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the ossuary. What? Oh, I know where your efts are. The entity guiding my steps, says Shaelle. Knows where to go. We're gonna duck on down to the Adventurers Guild. Hello, Lala Luna. Haven't we met before? Possibly. We're going to the Adventurers Guild because it's opposite the gateway that we need. Alright, so we're just going to duck on. Did I say almost opposite? Almost opposite the gateway that we need. Okay. Let's go. 13 minutes 17. I don't know if I can get to that one. No, because I've got to go all the way around. Alright, we won't do that one. We are going to go and slay ourselves 8 efts. Do the efting impossible. I'm sorry. Okay. If you're a lower level, those things will chase you. You may want to go around them. There's this cave in here, you see. Sometimes there's a fate you can do that involves slaying efts, but when there isn't, this is the other way you can find them. Just follow your little arrow in your mini map from your stream. We'll get to work, shall we? Well, we'll try and get to work. Come on, Shaelle. how many of these? 8. So there's 2. We're going to tip our balance the other way in a minute. 3. Go 3. Go 1. 1. 4. I know they call in reinforcements because I've actually got enough. Don't get caught in that. Hit my 3. Go to 4. No one wants to get hit with scalding water, okay? How are we up to now? 5. There's one happily sunbaking out here. We'll have to give that one a shot. Little does it suspect. Fire to the face from the nearby mage. And I think we stirred up that hornet's nest. We did. Now I'm not sure they'll continue to pursue us. I am trying to not go for them because they are part of my hunting log. They are definitely going away now. We are at 8. Seek Cocobusi, and it looks like I can't use my free teleport, so we're going to spend 194 to get back to the steps of Ul'dah. We're getting a nice array of stuff that will help us with our crafting. Into the Ethernet, off to the Thaumaturges Guild. Let us go and accept. Aha! You arrived before me upright and breathing. Wonderful! It is so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, Shaelle, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? Flee. Oh, my most practical indeed. A discreet withdrawal to await the replenishment of your energies is a sound strategy. But should there be nowhere left to run, a vial of ether can be your stoutest ally. Ah, ether, the draught of the gods. We thaumaturges, indeed any who practice the arts of arcane manipulation, value this substance above all others. Thus it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastmen activity. It seems that a Ul'dah raiding party has attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test and annihilate these Ul'dah bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armoured war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. Ah, I believe Cocobusi has an additional request. While you are busy incinerating a Ul'dah, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. Well, I'll just use the cool and... yes. Armoured transport. Let me see. Well, why don't we... yep. Oh, wow. Getting expensive. Boom. Headed out to Camp Drybone. All right. Away we go. Until we pick up our chocobo, we're going to have to just hoof it. There's my destination by the look of it. This particular wagon lurking over in the corner here. 1 armored war transport. I sense a hostile presence. Well, that's not a surprise. Let's go straight on the offensive with a double dose of fire. And I'm afraid that mean mage is going to have to stand there. Neatly done. Nicely done, Shaelle. You might make a thaumaturge of me yet. Investigate the armored war transport and retrieve the crate of ether. And I can now get free transport home. Return to the Thaumaturges Guild. Right, so we're back at Ul'dah. And now we're going to head this way. Okay, let's go. Cocobani, I'm back. Do I detect the scent of ether? And I trust that stench is Amaljar blood. Ah, you better believe it. Oh ho, 10 vials, 20, 30. The sight of so much ether is just so very comforting. What have we here, Cocobani? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Shaelle's lessons have had the desired effect. I will assume the vile, viscous liquid you have there is beastman blood. Cocobusi should be pleased. Cocobuki, you left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in thaumaturgy? Ah, Cocobusi, good of you to come. Shaelle here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Amaljar blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you had been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we are most interested in the results of such experiments, so you see, Busi, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Busi. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This is another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. But Busi, we just cannot stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. Then enroll this guy in the Paladins Guild, the Gladiators Guild. Then he can fight alongside your side and keep you safe. Ahem, Shaelle, if you're done here, I'd speak with you further. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Small brother. Not tantrum. I thought he was going to chuck it, but he's just very upset. Sigh. Big brother, you're going to need to look after him. As I mentioned before, Cocobusi is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with the proper training, he would be unable to evoke the smallest flicker of flame. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his woefully inadequate etheric reserves would likely kill him. Ah, but I did not request your presence to discuss my brother's tragic circumstance. You have completed every trial set before you thus far. I believe you are sufficiently entrenched in the abyss of thaumaturgy that a sojourn to another guild will not unduly affect your studies. Within the walls of Ul'dah, you might visit the Pugilist Guild and train at the feet of Haman Holyfist, or cross blades with the first sword miller of the Gladiators Guild. Or, should you tire from the demands of battle, there are guilds that offer instruction in the trades of weaving, goldsmithing, and alchemy. I believe there is even a guild that teaches mining, of all things. I should hope, of course, that thaumaturgy remains your first and foremost obsession. Do not absent yourself from us for too long, Shaelle. Okay, we're not quite at the point. So the game itself actually encourages you to go across the content. and improve in a lot of areas. We've just unlocked our armory. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Alright, there you go. Words from the bosses themselves, which I completely ignored with my first character. Okay. Guys, and on that note, I am going to leave you. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.